we're ready to go on to the next two pages, pages 22 and 23, as you can see down here at the bottom. Now, just because page 22 doesn't have that much text does not mean that it's not important. It is very important, and we have to make inferences to figure out what's going on in the pictures. An inference is where I use clues. I'm like a detective. I look for the clues in the pictures that tell me what's going on. So as I see here in this first box, she's reaching over to turn on the vacuum cleaner. And then in the big picture, when she turns it on, it starts going crazy, so crazy that it's almost ripping Mr. Tickham's clothes off of him. His pants are pulling off. I see that her chair's knocked over, her book is knocked over, the crackers that she was maybe eating here, that's what it looks like to me that was snacking on, they're knocked over. This vacuum cleaner is not your ordinary vacuum. It even knocked the bow off of the top. So now he says, whoa, hey now. And look, it did vacuum his pants right off of him. And it even looks like the vacuum cleaner to me has eyeballs. Do you see that? And that this would be his mouth. That's a neat illustration that's been included there. Then I go over here. Not only did it take his pants, but it took her poetry book and it took her box of crackers. Now, I don't know if you're like me, but I have never seen a vacuum cleaner that was able to rip somebody's clothes off. Even at the ones that you go to wash your car and they have the super suction, I don't think that they could ever suck somebody's clothes off of them or suck up a book or a whole box. That's just not possible. So those are big clues to me that this is a fantasy. Now, over here, let's listen to what she says. And I'll probably do the whoa.
Whoa! Hey now. What in the world, Donald? It's multi-terrain. You should try it outside. And that's how it all began, with a vacuum cleaner. Really?
Okay, so let's go back. There's our word again, multi-terrain. He worked on the inside, so he's saying it's multi-terrain. You can work on it in more than one place. So he says, let's take it outside. Now, notice in the video, is she taking it outside or is it taking her outside? Again, something that I don't think is ever possible. And that's how it all began with a vacuum cleaner. Really. Remember, this is the illuminated adventures. And illuminated means the eye-opening, the brightening, the exciting adventures. It all began with a vacuum cleaner. Notice that vacuum cleaner is spelled V-A-C-U-U-M. I think it's the only word that I know in the English language that has two U's in it. So just notice that unusual spelling. It's commonly misspelled. People usually put two C's like a raccoon, but it's vacuum. It's really two U's. Now, since we've read these two pages, we're going to go back and read our question. What is happening in the pictures on these two pages? In your own words, over in the right-hand box, you've got some choices. It's not your own words, sorry. It's multi-choice. So you can choose your option of what was happening on these two pages. Then go to the next slide and wait for that video.